All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We're putting on our detective hats to investigate a story that isn't even finished yet. It's called The Coffee Shop Murders, and all we have to go on are a few scattered clues. So let's see what we can piece together from the fragments.
So the big question is, what exactly is The Coffee Shop Murders? Well, right now, it's pretty much a ghost. It's a total mystery. We've got a title, a few intriguing little breadcrumbs, but the story itself is still taking shape. And that's where we come in. We're going to sift through the evidence and try to build the skeleton of this story together.
Every good investigation needs a source, right? And lucky for us, our very first clue comes directly from the person creating this whole world. This is a rare chance to peek behind the curtain, and it's our first real solid lead in the case.
And there it is, our first big break. The author, Claudia Reid, tells us straight up, this is a test story and it's still in development. Now, that's not just a small detail, that's the key to this whole thing. It tells us we're looking at the raw DNA of a story in the making, which is a pretty cool and rare opportunity.
Okay, so now that we know we're dealing with, let's call it an active case, it's time to open the official file. Let's get down to the hard facts, the things we absolutely know for sure, to build a foundation for what this story is all about.
Wow, look at this. In just a few lines, a whole world starts to take shape. We've got our author, Claudia Reid. We've got our hero with a great name, Roman Trexler. Sounds like he's straight out of a classic noir film, doesn't it? And the setting. It's not just some random cafe. It's Maggie T's Teashop in Queens Village. That kind of specific detail immediately gives this a gritty, real-world feel.
And here's where the plot really starts to thicken. This is not just a simple whodunit. We're talking about a serial murderer on the loose. The stakes are incredibly high as the killer is targeting young girls, and our protagonist, Roman Trexler, is thrown right into the middle of it with one single mission: catch this guy. That is the perfect setup for an intense thriller.
So, we've looked at the case file, the facts and figures on paper, but now we're getting something much more raw. It's like we're getting a direct line into the story itself. This is the point where the world stops being just a set of facts and really starts to breathe.
You can just feel the urgency in that. That isn't a casual comment. This is someone in a hurry with a single-minded focus. And you've got to think, this is probably our hero, Roman Trexler, right? A man on a mission.
And now we know why. Man, that line just sends a shiver down your spine. The threat is no longer some abstract idea of a serial killer. Now it's a personal tragedy. And calling her the coffee girl, what a brilliant detail. It makes the victim someone we can all picture, someone from everyday life, which makes the horror feel that much closer. And this is where we get to the heart of our hero. This is no longer just a professional case for him. It has turned into a vendetta. You can feel the rage and the grief just pouring out of this line. This isn't about law and order anymore. This is about revenge. And it suggests our hero might be willing to break all the rules to get it.
So let's lay all our cards on the table here. We've got the framework, we've got the emotional core, but what does it all really add up to? Let's piece together everything we've uncovered and see what kind of picture emerges from this unfinished chapter. Yeah, this really sums it all up perfectly. On one side, we have a solid foundation, the author, the hero, the high-stakes premise. But on the other side, it's pure mystery. Who is the killer? What's going to happen to Roman? How does it all end? Those are the blank pages. And honestly, that's what makes this so exciting. It's a story just brimming with potential, with all the most thrilling parts yet to be written.
And so, we're left with the biggest question of all. Where does this story go from here? Will Roman Trexler's quest for vengeance completely consume him, or will he find justice? And just who is this shadow lurking in Queens Village? What we have here is the electrifying first act of what could be an incredible thriller. The only question is, what's written on that final page?